Welcome to video 3 on Drive Life Thoughts. Today we are discussing the Dumpee, and we're going to see what we can dig into today, being a Dumpee. I don't know how familiar you are with the different phases that Dumpees go through, but obviously if you've been broken up with, that makes you the Dumpee. One of the biggest things when we are broken up with is our inability to see clearly. We always go to the worst case scenario. Why did this happen? Why did this person not care about me enough to want to keep this relationship going? What did I do wrong? They're very common. And then because you're not thinking clearly, you tend to make some very, very large mistakes. On top of whatever already the problem is, you exasperate the situation because you decided is loose, because sometimes you can't control your emotions at that point in time. And this applies to men and women. It's not one way or the other, at least for this point. So when you're broken up with, and you're going 100 miles an hour through your head trying to figure out what to do and how to avoid the situation, well, it's already too late. They've already made their decision, and you can try to convince them, but by convincing them, you're basically pushing them into a corner. And this is coming from personal experience. When I was a Dumpee before, and I've learned a lot about this, and this is just me taking what I did through experience and my lack of success to what I use current day, which is to be much smarter and to think before you act. Okay, even you have to have that control. So anyways, today, while we're on our very short drive, I want to talk about, this is something I looked up. It is the 5 stages of that the Dumpee must go through. And the first one is pretty obvious. It's denial. Okay? So your loved one breaks up with you. You don't see it coming. And it happens to both genders. So it's not gender specific. Like, it's not something that men do differently than women. It hurts either way. So as you're the Dumpee, your person told you, hey, I don't want to be with you anymore. There's obviously different ways that happens. You can be completely ghosted. That person may just disappear without a trace, which I think is the worst. And then the next most terrible thing is, is probably, the text message, or to do it, if they gave a crap about you at all, is to do it in person, which, I don't know, when you think about it, it might hurt the most that way, but at least they care enough to do it that way. So anyways, the first stage is denial. And this is all my opinion. I am not a therapist. I'm not some sort of doctor in this. This is just from what I've gone through, and I'm giving a man's perspective on how you feel through these things. The first one is denial. So obviously you get broken up with, you're like, this can't be real. There's just no way this is real. She loves me, and she'll be back tonight, or she'll be back tomorrow. She'll sleep on it for a couple hours, and she'll realize how important it was. No. If you have somebody that's like that, who can break up with you and come back the next day, you might need to reevaluate your relationship, because they usually don't just break up with you and come right back. That seems more like a test than them actually ending things. And honestly, I don't know if you'd want to have a partner on that. As you can tell, I didn't buy a mount yet. So you're in denial. You can't think straight. The first thing you're going to do is you are going to try and communicate with them. You are going to say, oh my God, Charlene, things were so great. I can't believe this happened. I didn't see the signs. do you mean you didn't see the signs? There were probably signs. There were probably huge signs all over the place. They were hitting you in the face and you didn't see it. Charlene probably was either being left alone too much or you were smothering the hell out of her. Huge sign. Okay, so you can't act like you don't know. Or if you really didn't know and you're really that clueless and you're not aware of your own relationship and you're not putting that much time in to really understand it, then this is your opportunity as a newly single person, man or woman, to figure out, hey, maybe I should pay more attention to relationships. This happened to me. This is me. I've gone through this. I'm not trying to say I've never done this. I absolutely have ignored the signs. Either I was complacent or, depending on the person, I kind of didn't care, which sounds super shallow. So you're in denial. You can't believe this happened. The world, if you really are, if you're really this upset, obviously the person mattered a lot to you, and your world falls apart. It's not an enjoyable situation. No one wants to be there, and I don't think the dumper honestly wants to put you there. Okay, the only reason the dumper would want to put you in that position is if they are already seeing somebody else and they just want to get you out. Okay, that's about it. That's really the only reason I can come up with. If they're seeing someone else and they want out, you're gone. Okay, but if they aren't, which is, I don't know if it's rare or not, I don't know the statistics or anything on that, but if that's the case, and they really are genuinely upset and they don't really want to do it. They don't want to break your heart. They don't, if they care about you at all. But inevitably, at that moment in time, that's what they want to do. They want to live single, and they want to go experiment and do new things in whatever their personality wants them to do. So that's denial. You cannot believe it happens. You don't think it's real, and you are suffering majorly. You are crying all day and night. You can't eat. You can't sleep. You try to get distracted. You try to, do anything. I don't know. You try to play Xbox, or you try to go out and hunt if you're a hunter, or you go to your favorite movies, and you try to be distracted, and it makes no difference. You cannot get them out of your mind at this stage. You just cannot. It's not going to happen. So it's denial, okay? And it's a hard stage, but usually it doesn't last too awful long. For me, it was about 2.5 weeks. It was longer than I wanted to admit, but because I'm doing these videos, I'm going to be pretty much bluntly honest. So the second stage is the depression stage, and something that is different relationship to relationship is that obviously, I've been dumped more than once, so I'm going off of different relationships. And one of the key things is that the stages are not the same for every relationship. You don't go through these stages in a row. You go through them based off of how you feel for the person. In my opinion, it's strictly my opinion. If there's some doctor that watches this video and they go, that guy's a moron, trying to give this kind of advice while he's driving back and forth to wherever the hell he's going, fine. Mark in the comments and correct me, because I'd love to learn. But this is what I've seen. The depression stage, you're lonely, and you're this is a lot different than the denial, because the denial stage, you just say, I can't believe this is happening. The depression stage is, I already know it's happened, and I'm very sad, and I don't know where to go from here. You hurt, and you're going through this withdrawal from your favorite person. And this is more than just a lover type thing. Before you become a lover like this, like in a real relationship, you have to be friends, and you have to have a very strong friendship bond before you can even become lovers. So you're depressed because, hey, your best friend, the person you want to share your life with, the person that you care about most, is saying, sorry, I don't, it's not that they may not love you, but they just don't have the feelings for you anymore. And that hurts, especially when you care about them so much. So on top of that, you also have the loss of a friend, because it's very hard to backtrack. Like you can't really go from intense, long duration, like a long duration relationship. Like, I mean, anything over, in my mind, anything over 2 years, you're bonded. I mean, it's not like a 6 month or, even, I mean, a 1 year, I guess, sure, maybe. But like when you get past that 1 year mark, I mean, you're kind of serious. You want to keep that relationship going. Obviously, you both obviously do, which is great for both of you. And it does help you, and it helps your partner when they think about you, because when you're bonded like this, it's important. So anyways, sorry about that phone call. So, anyways, what I was getting at was the depression stage really sucks, and you are absolutely upset, and you are sad, and you still probably have a hard time focusing on anything. And this is a good time to lean on family and friends, okay? Have them help you just even be distracted for a little bit, because if not, you're just gonna be stuck in your own thoughts, and that is absolutely terrible. You don't want to be stuck in your own brain. I mean, it's not a good time. And if you have a brain anything like mine, the last place you want to be is trapped in it, especially with those thoughts. So you're thinking about your partner at this stage, and you're wondering, what are they doing? Are they as sad as you? No, they're not as sad as you. They are very happy, okay? And I know it sounds backwards, but they are absolutely happy. Because I was a dumper, okay? I can say this because I was the dumper, and it made me feel good to get rid of the baggage that was weighing me down at the time. However, it does not always stay that way, if you understand what I'm saying. So, the next stage is the anger stage, okay? And if you guys want to, we can always break down each stage independently in separate videos. But this stage, the anger stage, is not a good one. This is probably, in my opinion, the worst stage. Even more than the denial, because the anger stage is a hot and cold mix of crying in the shower and being so angry that you literally have to do something to get out your frustrations in a physical form. Okay, that is at least how I had to get through the anger stage, because you are not angry like you're gonna go and face her face to face or face him. You're not. That is not what you do. You do not do that. You do not go and even bother this person. You take that anger and you take that frustration and you get it out. You can go to, there's a lot of recommendations, like go to a gym if that's something you're into, and get your energy out that way. Go for a walk. Go run somewhere. Go take your bike out on a trip. I mean, it's snowing here, so if you live in a place that snows, you can go snowshoe or a rock climb or something that's physical, that you can get that anger and frustration out, because it will fade. Things get better. They will get better, I promise you. But as you're going through the stages, you don't think so. And you can actually bounce out of one stage and into another stage, and then back and forth for a while. So the anger stage is not fun. You're just mad, and you're upset, and you can't figure out. You're mad at yourself. You're mad at your partner. You're mad at the world. You're mad at the stupid things you did. You're mad at the stupid things they did. You're mad. Like, I got really mad because, there were some things that happened to me that I should have immediately left the relationship for, and I stayed around. And then all of a sudden, I was not only resentful, but I was mad. I was mad at myself. Why would I stay in a place that I'm not wanted? Why would I do that? It's stupid. Terrible. I hate it. Okay? Not good. And it takes a long time to get through this stage. Now, I don't have an exact number of days or weeks or whatever. I mean, it's not months, but you can be angry for a long time. Now, this stage, I don't know if it changes between men and women. I don't. I've had exes be mad at me, I think, for eternity. it seems about the right amount of time where I do something stupid and you know, they hold on to that and they're mad at me until probably when I'm dead. Okay, sometimes I feel like women can be that way. Men, on the other hand, we tend to be angry, but then we wear ourselves out. Women are unbelievably strong, and some women are very, very strong-willed. And honestly, it's kind of sexy, not gonna lie, but it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Sorry, I'm getting off track here. Sorry. So the next stage, because you know we got to move this along, is, and you're probably sick of watching me drive everywhere, but it's the point of my channel, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. The next stage is acceptance, and for me, the acceptance stage, at least when I was dumped, I would say that it was pretty much in the area of 4 to 5 months. That's kind of where I'm thinking it is. All right, now could be different. You could have acceptance in 30 days if you weren't that, you know, serious, and she meant a little bit. You went out for wine one night, a couple dates. I mean, that to me isn't really makes sense. But some people, like if you're in a marriage and that marriage dissolves, which I've been through a divorce, and I will make another video about that. When you're going through this acceptance phase, you shift gears out of anger, and you're not in denial anymore. You know it happened, and you're out of that. And it's hard because sometimes it mixes with anger. So, and remember, man's perspective, okay? Not everyone's perspective, and everybody's different. So with me, the acceptance stage came with basically me saying, okay, I know it's done. There's no chance of us ever reconciling, and we have to move on with our lives. You can't just put your life on hold. So usually in this stage, if you're brave enough, you'll start attempting to date, and it's hard to date. You're still kind of stuck, you know, with the person in the back of your mind, but you know, you got dumped. They don't want you. Why are you waiting around for a person that doesn't care about you, especially like that? And if your relationship ended on a bad note, definitely don't wait around. Oh my God, they're giving you the friggin' gift of freedom from a person that doesn't want to be with you. It's a good thing. Acceptance. Accept that. Accept it. I know it's hard. I know it's tough. And all you want is that person back. You gotta be stronger than that, because who in the hell wants to date you if you're not strong enough to be able to go overcome these obstacles? And then the best part is, if they never come back, look how much more improved you are than when you were in that relationship. You know, it doesn't matter how cute she was, and it doesn't matter, you know, it doesn't matter these things that happen up front. It's the meat of the relationship, you know. I just cannot stress how important it is that you got a gift. You know, the dumper thinks, man, I'm free, and it's great. But the dumpee is actually the one that gets the gift. Man, snap out of it. You literally, there's 7 billion people on this planet, and there's more women than men. You, as a man that's single right now, okay, it's an abundance. There's an abundance of women. They're not scarce. They're not hard to find. You just got to open your eyes, look around, go do things. Acceptance. Accept it. You've accepted that relationship's over, and you are going to move on. I can't stress it. You can do it. And I've done it. I've done it multiple times. Even in the hardest breakup, you get to a point where you'll have 2 days and you'll say, oh, and you kind of fall back into the denial. Oh, I miss her. Oh, I can't believe this happened. But as you move on and time rolls in, and time is always your friend. Time is always your friend. You keep going. You keep pushing. And eventually you get to the point where you're like, you know what? I didn't think about them for 8 hours today. I thought about them for 10 minutes today. You know, and I didn't even really think of them. I went by a spot and saw something that reminded me of them. That's how you heal. That's what time does. It helps you. It really helps you. So when you get to the acceptance, it's a great part because you're almost there. You accepted it. That's a huge thing. Now, during all this, I highly recommend you do not talk to your ex, because anything that you say to your ex at this point, it hurts your healing. It's not about them. The hell with that person. They don't want you. They don't want to talk to you. F them. All right? I'm not going to swear on my channel because you shouldn't. You know, kids could be watching. So, the heck with it's not about the dumper at that point. And no one cares. There's no person on earth that you should be chasing that hard to where you need to beg and plead for their love. You don't. The hell with them. Just let them go. You know what? Fine. I'm not good enough. I can't give you what you need. Walk. See you later. You know? Bye. Nobody. You don't have to be angry you don't have to be angry because you did have good times together. But, instead of being mad at them and you're getting through this acceptance phase, look at it as a thank you. Thank you for letting us have good times together. Thank you for loving me when you did. Thank you for everything that you've taught me, including the bad. Hey, thank you for doing these awful things or great things. Okay? Thank you for showing me the kind of person that you can be, because now I know that is not what I want in the next relationship. And I've learned things that I won't put up with. So finally, we're going to move down to the last stage, which is recovery. Okay? And this stage is tough. It's all tough. But in my opinion, the recovery is the fun part. If you call any of it fun. But I'm a glass half full kind of guy, if you haven't figured that out. So the recovery stage is you've accepted everything, and now you build yourself up. Okay, you do everything for you. Okay, everything that you couldn't do in the relationship when you were together, you do it now. This is it, man. This is your time. This is your opportunity. You can go out and you can join clubs or parties, or you can go get on an adult kickball team. And man, everybody's calling me this morning. And all these things are great. You have so many opportunities. You can, like I went and joined my local fire department, and I used to be a firefighter years ago. And this motivated me to get back into the service. And you meet new people, and you never know where life is going to take you. You don't sit still. Don't hide in your mom's basement. Stop being a wuss. Get up, get out there, and make something of yourself. Oh, you're broke? Oh, I'm broke too. Go make more money. That's what we're going to do. Now I work extra work every day. I work long days, and I love it. You want to know why? Because it's making me better. Not just for me, but it makes me better, which helps everyone that is around me. It's awesome. It's an empowering feeling. Go through that recovery, not and I don't want you sitting there waiting for your ex, like your ex is going to come walking back in your life. No, don't do that. Let your ex rest and sit with the fact that they made a choice. Okay? They made the choice to end it with you. You are now on the recovery. You are on stage 5-ish, okay? And you're doing amazing. And you don't talk to this person the whole time. If they want to talk to you, they need to make it very, very aware that they're coming to you with good intentions. Don't let them keep creeping in. Don't let them do it, because the longer that they keep popping into your life and out of your life and they're playing games with you, the harder it's going to be for you to grow and heal. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. So your best bet, just recover. Focus on you. Do things that you want to do. She never lets you play Call of Duty for 10 hours one night with your friends. You don't have to worry about that now. No. You go get whatever it is you want to drink. You go get whatever, Jack and Coke right here. And you get a bunch of your friends together, and you let your mind go somewhere else, and you play games all night, and you heal. You do what you want to do. Are you a power sports person? I love dirt bikes. Get a bunch of your friends together. Go dirt biking. I mean, right now it's the dead of winter, which is the worst time to go through a relationship breakup, in my opinion, because it's hard to find crap to do. But you do that. You find whatever your passion is. Oh, your man left you and it's kind of, you're hurting from that. Well, if you're into, I don't know, really, I mean, what women probably like, oh my God, this is going to sound terrible, but I know a lot of women like those painting classes. You know, pick up an activity, a hobby. Do you like to read? Do you, maybe you're into snowboarding or skiing, or you're a runner, or, you know, you want to get into boxing or music. You know, take on those passions. That's your recovery. And it's going to just make you so awesome. It's going to make you such an awesome person. And you're going to be irresistible to everyone else. You know, who the hell cares if one person doesn't care about you? There are always more people that are going to love you. Okay? It's abundance. Women, you think that's the only man that can make you happy? It's not. No. There's always another person that will love you. It will not be that exact person. The one thing I will tell you is you will not have that person. And that's what makes breakups hard, because we're not all the same. But you can be goddamn rest assured that if someone kicks you out and they don't want you and they never talk to you again, it shows the kind of person and character that they are. So while you're going through your recovery, I would be doing it with a smile on my face, honestly. Get through the anger, get through the depression and the denial. Those are, in my opinion, the worst. Okay, when you get to the acceptance and you realize that, okay, it's over, what do we do now? And that's difficult. It's very hard, but you're not alone. You're not. There's hundreds of people that are going through all this, and it's that should help you feel better. And there's lots of places you can go to get help and thoughts. And if you are really having a hard time, you know, there's therapists that can help you. Find a local therapist that's willing to talk to you about your problems. But all right, I think that's going to wrap it up for today. But either way, you are on the right track. Okay, don't think for a second that there's something wrong with you. I mean, you know, there's always things we can work on and be better at. But I think that, you know, you're doing okay. All right. So I'm going to close this video out, but I hope you all have a great day, and you know, just keep pushing forward. Sometimes that's all you can do. All right, take care.